What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Ann and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing Kamaru Usman and where the hell is he? And I believe that he should be fighting very soon. I believe that I would want him on the UFC 295 card, the one with John Jones and Stipe Miocic and Yuri Prochazka and Alex Pereira. I want him to be on that card. And I got a few fight suggestions that maybe it can land on that card. Not the third fight. The third fight, that would not happen on that card. But these next two are possible. Maybe option number 2 is not. That will probably be beginning of 2024, maybe in February. But I believe that the first option, you can definitely put him on the UFC 295 card. The first option is Belal Muhammad. Now, I am not really stoked about this fight. I think this fight is not great because Belal Muhammad is very boring, obviously. Kamaru Usman and Belal Muhammad, I don't think that fight intrigues anybody. But I feel like it's a fight that I guess in a way makes sense. You got a guy who is a possible title contender, Belal Muhammad, going up against the former champion. I think if Belal Muhammad was given Kamaru Usman, I think that he would be intrigued, especially if he gets paid pretty well. I don't know. And I think it makes sense. Belal Muhammad fought Gilbert Burns, and that fight happened a while back. Same thing with Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman hasn't fought in a while, and I think that, I believe that they will be down to fight. I think Kamaru Usman just wants to fight. I've heard that he wants to fight Hamzat. I don't think that fight is going to be happening anytime soon. I mean, unless he wants to wait for Hamzat later down the line, which I am not entirely sure. Because I don't even know what's going on with Hamzat. It seems like Hamzat fights once a year. So maybe that might not even be in the cards for Kamaru Usman. So I'm going to scratch that off the table. I'm not adding Hamzat Chimaev to possible opponents. I wish. That would be definitely very interesting and I want to see how Hamza does against a guy like Kamaru Usman and vice versa. But to me, this one I guess makes the most sense. Is probably the most likely scenario that we'll probably get for Kamaru Usman. And we'll see what happens with that. I don't want to see this fight all that much, but to me, I think this is a likely scenario for Kamaru Usman. Number 2 is Robert Whittaker. Going up to middleweight for Kamaru Usman is a big time yes for me. I think that Kamaru Usman could do very well against some of the guys in middleweight. I do believe so. He is a strong fighter. I think he's able to take down a lot of those guys in that division. And I'm really intrigued about a Robert Whittaker matchup. I don't think that UFC 295 will be the matchup that will happen. I don't think that it will happen there. I think maybe February or March of next year is a likely scenario. And I think both guys will be down. I mean, I think Kamaru Usman will be down because then he's already a contender if he beats Robert Whittaker. And I think Robert Whittaker, Robert Whittaker has faced everybody under the sea in middleweight. He's fought everybody. I mean, it is unreal. Give Kamaru Usman a fight, a possible shot against Robert Whittaker, and I think both guys will be down. I think that Robert Whittaker will love to welcome Kamaru Usman into that division, into the middleweight division. I think that is a very interesting fight. This is the fight that I want to see the most. Out of the 3 fights that I'm about to name the third one in a minute, but this fight right here, I want to see happen. I've been wanting to see Kamaru Usman go to middleweight, especially after his second loss. I'm like, dude, I think middleweight is a good idea for him. Because I can see him beat Amar Vittori. I can see him beat a Jared Cannonier. I can see him beat a lot of guys in that division. I mean, Kamaru Usman is still a great fighter. I mean, his last performance wasn't the greatest, but Leon Edwards, I mean, he leveled up. And obviously, Kamaru Usman is not getting any younger, but, I mean, this is a fast track to the title. If you beat Robert Whittaker, you're already a possible title contender. You know what I mean? And I understand that he does not want to fight Israel Adesanya. But there could be a world where he doesn't have to fight Israel Adesanya. You know what I mean? And he can just fight Sean Strickland. He can literally, or Driscus, because I do believe that Driscus might get the title shot next. Now with everything that's been going on with Israel Adesanya, I think that Driscus is probably the more likely contender for the championship. I do believe that if Kamaru Usman fought Robert Whittaker, and he beat Robert Whittaker, I think that he could be a possible title contender, and they will consider him to fight for the championship. Because it's Kamaru Usman, he has a big-time name. He was the the welterweight champion for such a long time. He was number 1 pound for pound for a long time. And if he was able to beat Robert Whittaker, that would be big time for his career, and he could be fighting for the championship against him and Sean Strickland or Driscus. That would be fantastic. my final scenario, this fight, if this was to happen, will be probably middle of next year, probably around May or June of 2024. The winner of Wonderboy and Shavkat Rakhmonov. Now, I know a lot of you guys are wondering, why are you trying to do this to Kamaru Usman? This is horrible work. He wants to fight Khamzat, and Khamzat is a really, I think, is not a great matchup for Kamaru Usman. I would favor Khamzat in that fight, in my honest opinion. But listen, in my opinion, Shavkat, I think Shavkat will be Wonderboy. I think he dominates Wonderboy, and it's kind of sad to see. I can definitely see Wonderboy possibly get a victory. Listen, Wonderboy is a fantastic striker, but Shavkat is just an animal. He's a beast. And I think that there will be a world where, you know, if Shavkat wins, this to me feels like Shavkat versus Kamaru Usman. That is a big time fight. I'm pretty intrigued about this fight. I am actually more intrigued about this fight than a Bilal Muhammad fight. I think anybody can agree with that. Let's just be honest. This fight right here to me makes a lot of sense. I think it is great. I think it's great for the division. I know that it's kind of messed up for Kamaru Usman, but Kamaru Usman is the #1 welterweight in the world. He got to fight a contender at some point. You know, if he wanted to keep his ranking, he got to fight somebody in the division. So fight a guy like Bilal, or you have to fight Shavkat if he does be Wonderboy. I mean, I wouldn't mind a Kamaru Wonderboy matchup too. That would be pretty interesting. But I think Shavkat versus Kamaru Usman is a lot more intriguing. I mean, because Shavkat is a fucking menace. He is insane. So we'll see what happens with that. But that is my 3 fights. I just want to see Kamaru Usman back in the cage because he's not getting any younger, obviously. And I do believe that he still has a little bit left in the tank. Especially to me at middleweight, I think it makes so much sense for him. But that's besides the point. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's pretty much the end of the video. I'll see you guys soon with another video. Like the video, subscribe if you're new. God bless y'all. Peace.